Very good morning to all of you. Have you taken your breakfast or not? Okay, good. At the very outset, once again, I welcome you day 2 of the induction program Spark 2026. As I said, it is a 1 week long induction program where you'll come across different personality from both industry and academia. Today, we have with us Professor Dr. Sivanjan Misra from Javier University. Yes, I must give you I appeal you to have a huge round of applause. It's my pleasure. I must welcome Dr. Sivanjan Misra sir to BIITM, and I must thanks for giving his time to come to BIITM. As I said, when we talk about management, I hope XIM in the state of Odisha has a different profile altogether. It's our pleasure, in fact, to have with us Dr. Sivanjan Misra today in our campus for the day 2 first session. It is my pleasure to introduce him. I hope, so far as academic is concerned, he is a distinctive in connection with, academic research, and I can say the role he is playing, he is an academic leader too. He is playing the role of a dean of School of Commerce in the Javier University. When you talk about his profile, he holds PhD degree from Utkal University. No doubt, along with his MBA, he is also an ICAI in his profile. So far as finance is concerned, I hope MBA Finance and ICAI, I must, rate ICAI first, next MBA Finance. Combination of both MBA Finance and ICAI, I hope he's the right person to be in the academic profession in the area of finance. And you will be astonished to know he is the alumni of BIITM, which is in fact unbelievable. And if you look at the reputed institute he has served, starting from TAPME, or even IIM Bodhgaya, and presently he is with of Javier University. Sir has made a significant contribution in the field of finance, and as a whole, I can say in the management education. We'll feel proud, sir, to have you with us in our BITM campus. BITM always cherishes students and personality like you. And particularly in connection with, his research and publications are of, international repute journals as well as, international conference. He has substantially contributed in the field of finance. On behalf of BITM, faculty members, management, once again, I extend a very warm welcome to our Sivanjan sir. I must call as, because he has already, have such a academic credential with him, with his experience and academic credential. And I hope the day 2 induction ceremony will be no doubt add value with many experts from industry and academia. I must appeal a student friend to felicitate with a flower bouquet to our guest of the day, Dr. Sivanjan Misra. Have a huge round of applause, please. Sir, the podium is for you. It is all yours. And because some point of time, someday he was sitting here, and I must salute. This is what BIITM is. This is what you see, professor like Sibanjan Misra is. We feel proud of Sibanjan Misra being a, you see, alumni of DIITM. Sir, the floor is all yours. Please.
Please settle down quickly. Respected principal sir, respected dean sir, faculty members, and dear students. I'll not call you dear students, dear juniors. So long back, thank you. Long back in 2003, it was by chance that I landed here. So while completing my uh, uh, undergraduation from Ravenshaw University, Ravenshaw College then, my mom, I was just sharing it with principal sir, that my mom found a small ad in a newspaper, in a Odia newspaper, where there was a college BIITM. I was not interested to do MBA anymore because I was interested more towards costing, completing my costing, and then I was preparing for my CA foundation exams also then. But unfortunately, my mom told one day that why are you sitting home and reading, studying all the day? Why don't you do a regular MBA so that continuity of studies remains with you? After graduation, you can be a post graduation degree also, and then you keep on doing your ICW and CA foundation course. I thought, one of my friend landed up at my home, and I stay in Birdville, a very 300 kilometers from here. So my hometown is there. So he landed up and he told that, "Chalo, घूम के आते हैं, बाप माँ पैसा दे रहा है, तो we'll go and roam about and come to Bhubaneswar. We'll have a trip to Bhubaneswar." And that was the day when I landed up here, and I met Professor Balwant Rai also. Then by very dear ones, we call him Bapu Bhai, your director sir. So I landed up in his office, and I took the admission then and there. And then by course fee was around something around 40,000 I paid, and there was a 10,000 rupees some caution money which was taken. I don't know what is the fees now, but still I'm just cherishing my days by sharing my experiences. And then I paid my fees and then went back home. Few days later, a notice came that the classes will start. So I was excited to come to the classes, but unfortunately, we had very less number of faculties by then, full-time faculties. Now you have plethora of experiences delivering lectures to you by now, but then we had only 2-3 regular faculties, and almost all the other were visiting. So we started the days like that, and I'm feeling so nostalgic. I went around the college, and I came to know there is so much of expansion been done, and it is so satisfying to see that my college is growing up to this level at one day. Really, it's excellent efforts, committed efforts by the management. I thank Pratap Balwant Rai sir and the whole management team who is guiding BIITM to such heights. It's fascinating to see the levels it has achieved. It ranks. I learned that it ranked number one in BPUT in almost last few 4-5 years now. So it is keeping up its momentum of that glory that it has established for yourself. And a grand welcome to VIITM from my personal belief. Okay. So I didn't know that there will be such students. So I didn't have any PPT with me. So I'll be extempore to you, and I'll guide you with few of the guiding principles to how to become a successful students only. So that's my only agenda for today's discussion. So how many of you, so I'll make it interactive, don't worry. Huh? So how many of you do have aim in life? Be very to yourself, true to yourself, and say how many of you do have a aim in your life? Say after 5 years from now, I see myself here. No one? One girl, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 12 people. Very good. I'm excited to see that. So at this level, you should not have a aim. You should only focus on studies. Huh? Aim will come by the way, because being management student, ultimately I land up in a marketing job, a finance job, a HR job, or an operations job. So why don't you have a aim? So you have to start the journey of these 2 years from now, because this is the opening week for you in this university or in this college. So why don't you have an aim? So I request everyone to set up a notice board before you, before in your rooms, in your houses, wherever you have a space, your study space. You can start you can keep a notice board for yourself and scribble something for yourself. You have to scribble every day. You have to go and scribble with a A4 size or a A6 paper. You scribble something on that and keep that in your front every day, so that you come to know that yes, I planned this much, and then try to achieve that. So make small efforts to have that success of a future success, because this is a process. This is a whole long of 2 years process that you need to follow. It's not a one day success. One day if you're studying for the exam, and the next day, for believe me, you may get success in four out of, or 3 out of 5 times, but you will not get 5 out of 5 times. So you have to make this process a regular thing in your life. Make small aims for yourself, and then start working towards achieving it, because that is the mantra that I followed in my life. You'll not believe, I don't know where the hostel is now. Besides Salish Bihar, in the downstreams of Salish Bihar, close to the Infosys city, there was a small house, 2 floors house, that was taken as an hostel for us in the very first year. We used to sit there, and every day I was so scared, because I used to go to my Maharshi college for my cost accounting classes, and then I have to return back at around 9:30 in the evening, and there are snakes all around. So much of snakes. Every day I see so much of snakes. I was so scared to stay in that house basically. But despite all efforts, your primary focus has to be study and small aims in your life. Small aims, not big aims. People who are having long term goals for yourself, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. There's no harm in it. But you have to have a small aim for yourself every day. How do you study basically? The classes, every day's classes, notes, or the studies has to be completed every day. So I'm sure that you don't, as of now, you don't follow a timetable for yourself, and that's the first step of failure. If you do not have a timetable for yourself, that's the first step of failure. You will fail definitely. So prepare a timetable for yourself, that every day 6 to 8, 8 to 10, 10 to 12. Nowadays, while I was in IIM Bodhgaya, I saw students learning or studying or doing a group discussion at around 1 p.m. in the night. So, 1 a.m. in the night, basically. In the late nights, they were sitting in a lawn, and they were starting and doing a group discussion. So that's the type of efforts that you have to put in. And how will the campus grow? It will grow only with the success of yours. So you succeed, the college will automatically succeed. So that's the mantra you should also follow for yourself. So make small efforts and work towards it. Next thing I wanted to highlight is the disruptions that are happening in the education world today. There are many of disruptions that are happening. The first disruption is AI. I'm 200% sure that while you pass, none of the entry level jobs will be done by humans. It has already started to pick in, and you see so much of layoffs from the companies. How do you equip yourself with that skills? Basically, you start doing some apart from your studies, apart from your classrooms, you should focus on some kind of certifications for yourself. uh, by means, if you are a marketing inclined students, do some certifications in the domain of marketing. If you are a finance, do some certifications in the domain of finance, but start doing some certifications, because that will make your CV employable. Otherwise, it's very difficult for these days to find jobs. You may land up in a regular day-to-day kind of job which is paying you around 5-6 lakhs. It's okay, but how are we meant for 5-6 lakhs, or are we meant for higher? Obviously we can give that. So your batch, I intend that your average package should be close to 8 to 10 lakhs. And how do you arrive at that level? Only thing is, you have to make your CV that much robust. How do you make your CV robust? First, excellent academics. You should carry an excellent academic record. And second, you should add values to your CVs. And that value addition can only come through good certifications. Now, for example, you don't need to spend much in those certifications. In Coursera and NISM, for marketing people, there are marketing associations. For HR, there are HR analytics associations who provide such kind of certifications to you. So do have those certifications with you, and by 2 years time, obviously you will have earned 3-4 certifications with you, and that will make, or that will actually give you a thrust for increasing the package. Placement to ho jayega, because the college is now number one in Odisha, so there will be companies who will lined up for you people and you will be picked up. But what will be the package? It will be averaging around 4-5 lakhs. But I don't want that BIITM should land up with that 4-5 lakh range. You should aim higher, and that higher will only come from your excellent performance in the interviews. Basically, whoever employer comes and feels that 10 people I interviewed, all the 10 were highly deserving, and then your college can negotiate with them in order to increase the package for the students. Are you getting my point? So that's how you can contribute your meaningful 2 years to the college. And when you come back, like I have come back today to this college, you will feel privileged. I'm feeling so nostalgic today by looking into my classrooms. I can't believe that I'm here back. I thought I'll call my two of the friends who were also my, but they are busy in their own life. So I called them yesterday evening. I'm going to have a talk with the BITM juniors. Are you coming? So they told that although we are not invited, I'm happy to come with you, but we have some personal issues. So they were, I'll come someday with another group of students who will address you. And all are today, if you see back then, we were not getting so much of resources. Now that you are getting. So first thing that I told for you is you should have a timetable for yourself, make small aims for yourself, everyday aim kind of thing. And then, because to address the contingencies of the external world, you have to prepare yourself. Then third thing, today's the Gen Zs, we are finding that there are several amount of behavioral issues. In my university also, or in the universities that I have served, no one these days greets teachers. I don't know what is the culture here, but you see at exam, they do here. Very good. So these days you should be very much benevolent towards your teachers, basically, because they are the first pillars of our success. So many a times you don't get very focused onto the class because of your mobile disruptions through your mobile. So at exam now this year, when I landed and took up the deanship for the School of Commerce, where we have almost close to 1,500 students now. So I have hanged jute bags in my classrooms now. In all our classrooms, there are jute bags with pockets, 60 pockets. So all the students, before entering the class, has to put their mobile phones in the jute bag and then sit for the class, basically. So I would recommend, or I will suggest to the management to have that in our classes also here, so that a jute bags will be there and you will put your mobile phone. Mobile phone should not be with you during the class hours. So I will request Bapuai also to spend some money on jute bags, because he can afford that. I am 100% sure he can afford that now. So jute bags will be there, and you have to put. So why I am saying this is the primary distractions of today's world is the mobile phone. So during your class hours, the delivery of the teacher also gets diluted if they see students distracted. And believe me, the research that we are currently doing on students, basically one of my research currently going on students, the average attention span of an Indian student is not more than 3 minutes. I can keep you interested on me to the extent of 3 minutes, and that's the reason why I have to crack some jokes in the class to keep yourself refreshed again for the next content that I'm wanted to deliver. So in order to build up that attention span in the classrooms, you have to work. Exactly. Work towards what? You have to do some kind of meditation, you have to do some kind of yoga. So we have included the health wellness program at exam these days. All 1,500 students, Thursday afternoon and Saturday, we are having yoga sessions for the students. So to keep at least twice a week, you are indulged in almost close to 1 hour yoga sessions, because that will give you a spirit of learning, basically a sense of calmness in your mind. In this disturbed world, we have to be ourselves calm. Then there are several behavioral issues like anxiety attacks. During our times in Miami, we know that there were no anxiety attack. We do not know what anxiety is. Fail ho gaya, kya ho gaya? I'll pass it again. There's no anxiety issues then. But these days I see in the classes, sir, I had a panic attack, I have an anxiety attack. बोला यार क्यों ले रहे हो यार, 15 16 17 18 साल का तुम लोग बच्चा हो, you are having so much of stress. Few days back I got a student who had low blood pressure and fell down in the class. So don't do that. You have to be calm in your minds, friends. That's good. Another thing that I wanted to add is be conscious about your health, because that's wealth. Health is wealth, basically. That's what we call in our previous days we used to have that. So concentrate on your health much. Those who are going to gym, continue going to gym. Those who are not going to gym, continue doing some hours of yoga in a week. Those who are not doing that, have some meditation sessions for yourself, or lie down and keep your mind calm. That's what, before coming to the class, you should absolutely be calm and with a fresh brain. uh, Another thing that I wanted to highlight is that do not have extremely late night studies. You should have proper sleep, because that's the first step of calmness. These days we see people coming to the classes and going dizzy all the class through, all the 4 5 6 hours of classes. You can't even open your eyes. Why, Nasar? I was doing a project yesterday. Why don't you plan your? That's the reason I told you in the very outset, that you have to plan your sessions accordingly. You have to plan your day accordingly. 4 hours of classroom, back to home or back to hostel, 2 hours of my time, because me time is a very important these days. So you have your me time then, and then go back to studies, and then plan your studies accordingly so that you can complete it by 10 11 12 even. But post 12 you should not, post midnight you should not stay. You have to go to your bed to have your proper 6 hours of sleep, and then again you can reiterate that cycle for every days. That's how you become calm. Fourth and fifth important thing that I wanted to add is your academic rigor. Now, what kind of curriculum are you undergoing? I am sure during my time, financial derivatives, the teacher who was teaching me absolutely didn't know what is financial derivatives. The teacher who was teaching us financial derivatives, absolutely, because in 2003 financial derivatives was only 3 years old in India. In 2000 launched, and 2003 financial derivatives was taught to us. The teacher also didn't know what it is, and then we wrote anything in our, we appeared the test in that Pramay office. I have those who are from this part of India, so Odisha basically, they will know the current Pramay office in the Jagomara area. There we went and wrote our exam, financial derivatives. I was not knowing what financial derivatives was by then, because the teacher was also wondering what do I teach in the class, because he was also not equipped to teach. So we went and we wrote anything, and I'll tell you, I'll show you my mark sheet also. I got 89 in financial derivatives. I didn't know what I write. I was not sure what I did right, but I got 89 marks in my financial derivatives. But that is not the time now. I just scrolled before coming. I scrolled the faculty profiles of BIITM, and you have an excellent set of faculty profile now. So you expect that the faculty will deliver at their highest, and it is the expectation from us all, including me, because I am now the part who is sitting on the other side of the table. Expect the students should uh, contribute to that rigor. Rigor in